This is my first official video with this camera that's not a vlog. I'm pretty excited. Look at that. I gotta remember to look at you, not at me. But it looks so pretty. This is the third time I'm trying to film this video. Let's do this. Hey guys, it's Ashley and I am back. I haven't made a real video in over a month since before I went to Europe. This is the first time since, when did I leave? September, I don't know, since the middle of September that I have set the camera up and stood in front of these shelves and made a video for you. I don't even know. That's why it's taken me 3 times to try and get this video done, because I don't know how to do it anymore. Anyways, hi, welcome back. I'm really excited today, and that's another reason this video has taken me 3 tries to get it right. But this is my NaNoWriMo video, as you can tell from the title down there, or up there, or however you watch YouTube. Yeah, NaNoWriMo is just over a week away. Today is Sunday, October 23rd? It's like a little over a week away from NaNoWriMo is my point. And I've been putting off this video because I didn't have a good idea of what I wanted to do. And now I do. So let's discuss. So for those of you who have no idea what NaNoWriMo is, let me inform you. NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month. It takes place every year in November. Hundreds of thousands of people from around the world get together and write 50,000 words of their very own novel, which is so exciting. It's just a really cool time to pour your energy into being creative while also having this really strong, encouraging community of people doing the same thing. It's unlike any other personal challenge you can do, because literally it's a personal challenge. Like, you don't get anything special. You get a certificate that you have to print out yourself and you get some coupons. But other than that, like, you don't get anything. It's just totally a personal challenge to see if you can write 50,000 words in a month. And the first year I did it, I won, which was really, really exciting. My novel lives in a green binder right over there, and I haven't touched it since 2014. More about that in a few minutes. NaNoWriMo is really special to me, not just because it's a fun time to write, which is something I don't really do in normal everyday life, but it's also the time of year when I discovered BookTube. Back in 2014, very spur of the moment, on October 31st, decided to actually try NaNoWriMo for the first time. I did some Googling on like how to win NaNoWriMo and found Katie Tastic's videos on NaNoWriMo, which led me to her videos on books, which led me to Christine, which led me to Jessie, which led me to Natasha, which led me to everybody else. Now here I am 2 years later. I've been making videos on YouTube myself for over a year, and so it's just a special time of year to me, and it makes me really happy. So that first year I won. Last year I quit. I got like 2.5 weeks into the month and only about 5,000 words. I'll leave a link to my NaNoWriMo videos from last year down below if you'd like to see more about why I quit, but I quit, and that was fine. For that period of my life, I didn't have good ideas for it and just a whole lot of things. This year, I knew I wanted to do NaNoWriMo. Like, after that first year, I'm sold. I'm in for the long haul. But I've been putting off this video because I just didn't know what I wanted to do for my story this year. I had no real ideas. Well, I had one idea that was literally just a sentence long, and it wasn't even really like a plot line. It was a question of like, what if this? And I still think it's a good story idea, but it's something that's going to require like actual research, because it's a science fiction, but like it's a science fiction that actually needs some real science to it. It's kind of more work than I want to do this year, so it's going on the shelf for a while. And so then I was thinking, well, maybe I'll pick up my 2014 novel, because I really enjoyed that story. I had a lot of fun writing it. It's a contemporary travel, slightly romance, very much fandom related, and it was just so much fun to write. And towards the end of NaNoWriMo, I just kind of got, I don't know, I kind of lost where I wanted the story to go. And so I wrote 3 different endings for the novel, and I hate all 3 of them. They just all really suck. So I thought, well, maybe I'll go back and write 50,000 more words in that story and actually come up with like a really good ending and maybe, you know, see where that goes. But I wasn't totally sold on that either. And then last night I had a dream. Actually, technically it was this morning at like 7 a.m. I had this dream. I feel a little bit like Stephanie Meyer saying this, but I knew that it was supposed to be a story because it was just so perfectly encapsulated, and I woke up with questions about like, where are these people? What is that creature? Where did it come from? Why are they interacting this way? What's going on? What's the bigger picture here? Like, my body refused to go back to bed because it had to go to the bathroom. And so I went to the bathroom as I'm thinking all these things, and I grabbed my laptop and I wrote down exactly what the dream was so that I could get a little bit more sleep before I had to get up for real. And it's an idea that I'm really excited about. It's totally a story. It can absolutely be a short story, and I think it can definitely be a full novel if I put the work in. I am totally not a plotter. For those of you new to Nano Talk, there are two types of writers. Plotters, who spend the month of October coming up with their ideas, outlining when everything should happen, writing notes and things so that they go into November and know exactly what they need to write every single day. I am not like that. I am what they call a pantser, as in like by the seat of your pants. I just sit down and I write whatever I feel like writing that day, and I'll move things around as they need to be and whatever. And I'll take notes and I'll sometimes do a little outline like once I get going. So like I'm not planning to outline this whole story, especially because I've only got a week until NaNoWriMo. But I am going to spend this week at least thinking about where the story is going to go. What's the overall story arc that this scene took place in? What's the bigger picture? What's happening? Who are the people? All of that kind of thing. I'm going to at least be thinking of it. Hopefully I'll be writing some of these things down, at least the questions that I have about this world, so that once I sit down I can start writing the answers and just figuring them out as I go. But again, we only have 1 week until NaNoWriMo, so there's not a whole lot I can do. Now, the other big issue for me this year with NaNoWriMo is I'm actually going to be away for an entire week. The first time I did NaNoWriMo, I also went away. So like I have high hopes for this, because that first year, a friend and I went to Disney for almost a week. I don't remember exactly, but we went away and did a half marathon. So like I really didn't have much writing time during that 4 or 5, 6, however many days I was away. This time I'm going to be gone for a full week. And so I made up my own calendar. The NaNoWriMo way of doing things is to write 1,667 words a day. If you do that, you will get to 50,000 words by the end of the month. I'm gonna be away for an entire week with very little writing time, if any, in that time. So what I did is I set myself a goal of almost 2,000 words a day, and then over that entire week period, I gave myself 2 days worth of writing. Works out to be like 600 words a day while I'm there. Again, I don't expect to be doing any writing while I'm actually in Vegas in the Grand Canyon. However, my flights are long. It's like a 6-hour flight or something. So I have plane writing time. So I think at the very least I can get 2 days worth of words in over those 2 flights, probably more, but that's my goal. So I juggle things around so that I can have a goal in mind without stressing too much while I'm away with my friends, because I don't want to be having fun with friends and be like, sorry guys, I gotta go write. The Grand Canyon's really pretty, but let's go back to the room now. And I'm gonna just sit in front of a computer instead. Not happening. No. I'm gonna enjoy myself. So I worked it around. So that's really the big challenge for me for NaNoWriMo this year is, until this morning, I had no idea what I was going to write, and I'm going to be away for an entire week of the month. So getting my word count in and not losing my creativity that week is also going to be a big factor. Who knows? It might be nice to have that little mental break, and it might give me some new ideas for the story. I don't know. We'll see. And again, I will have my laptop with me, so when we're hanging out at the hotel and everybody else is showering, I can be writing then or whatever. You know, it'll be fine. It'll be cool. We'll make it work. But yeah, I'm just really excited now. I've figured out what my issues are and I'm working with them and we're going on. So before I end this video, I just wanted to share a couple books with you. So in 2014, I read No Plot, No Problem by Chris Beatty. He is the creator of National Novel Writing Month. So this is literally the manual for how to do NaNoWriMo. It's great. I highly recommend it, especially if it's your first year doing NaNoWriMo. This book was wonderful. I read a little bit every day as I went through the month and it worked perfectly. So this year there are 2 books. I haven't decided which one I'm going to read during the month. One of them is Write Your Novel in a Month by Jeff Gerke, and the other one is Book in a Month by Victoria Lynn Schmidt. This one has a lot of charts and graphs and all sorts of things for coming up with character development and world building and all of that kind of stuff, which looks really, really helpful. And this one is broken down by day as well, so I don't know which one I'm gonna go with. I'm kind of leaning towards this one, but I haven't really read either one enough to say. So maybe like the day before I'll start reading each one and we'll see which way we wanna go. But I'm leaning towards the bigger one. Finally, the book that I'll be reading this week to get ready and pumped up and excited. I had started reading The Plot Whisperer a week or 2 ago as like, yeah, let's do this. Let's get into NaNoWriMo. But it wasn't really about coming up with a plot. It was how to structure your plot, and that wasn't what I needed right now, because especially at that point, like I don't know what I'm going to be writing. How can I figure out how to plot it? So that book is on the shelf for another time. So instead, I will be reading Wonder Book by Jeff Vandermeer. This book, the tagline is for creating imaginative fiction, which is exactly what my novel is going to be. It's definitely going to be sci-fi, probably not with a whole lot of actual science in it. So it's not something that's going to really require research. It's definitely going to be imaginative. There might be some fantasy elements to it. I don't really know. All I have is this one scene that came in a dream. So we're going with it. Oh, that dream also gave me the name for the novel. It's the name of these creatures, and I'm so excited. Again, I really have no idea where this novel's going, but I'm excited about it. I really like what I have so far. So this book is really cool. I had started reading it last year at some point, which is why I'm that far through. It's got interviews and articles from well-known authors, and then it's just got like pretty pictures. It's got these kinds of things. So like, not only is it telling you how to do creative fiction, it's also giving you a whole lot of inspiration in the artwork that's here and in the words that it uses. And it's just really, really good so far. So this is the book that I plan to read this week, especially now that I have this idea and know, yes, it's going to fall under imaginative fiction. I'm just really, really excited. So I am so looking forward to NaNoWriMo. I'll go out sometime this week and buy my snacks and get all the things ready. I have plenty of candles. I am a person, like, I light my candles and that signals it's time to work. I bought a notebook last week that's super cute, so I'll show that to you in one of the videos. Oh, that's the thing I didn't mention yet. I am planning, like last year, to post some update videos along the way. I'm going to aim for weekly, but again, with this trip, it's going to probably throw some things off a little bit, but I'll do my best. So let's finish this video up because I've been talking now for 16 minutes for the second time. I will leave a link down below to last year's NaNoWriMo playlist if you're curious to see what I did last year. I will also leave a link to my NaNoWriMo page so we can be buddies, because it's always more fun when there's people doing it with you. And so leave me notes in the comments. Are you doing NaNoWriMo? And if so, what's your story idea? I mean, you don't have to go too in depth. I know I was really vague, so I don't expect you to go into a lot of detail, but do you have a story idea, or are you totally gonna wing it? Like, just figure it out the first day. Also, let me know if you know of any great books on writing that are helpful for NaNoWriMo. I would love to check those out. And let me know who you are on NaNoWriMo and we can be friends. If there is anything you would like me to cover for NaNoWriMo, like there's something special that you want to know about NaNoWriMo, or you want to see how I do it, or whatever, let me know that down below too. I would love to just kind of tailor this to what you would like to see. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you are having a wonderful weekend. I hope you have a marvelous week, and I will see you really soon. Bye.